want you to hit me as hard as you can.
So unnecessary.
Admit it, if you were a teenager in 1990 when House Party was released, you tried that Kid and Play hop over move once or twice. Or if you had a homie, you tried to practice the Kid and Play kickstep, didn't you? House Party is remembered today for the high energy dance moves pulled off by the popular rap duo Kid and Play, aka Christopher Reed and Christopher Martin. But it's a film that would achieve cult status for so much more than that, bringing the lives of black teenagers into the mainstream and launching the careers of a number of future stars, all getting their groove on to one of the dopest hip-hop soundtracks ever assembled in a single movie. Oh, and the best dance battle of all time. Don't let anybody tell you different. House Party was the debut feature from writer-director Reginald Hudlin, who expanded on his student thesis film at Harvard. Hudlin would go on to have a hype career, directing Boomerang, The Great White Hype, The Ladies' Man, and producing Django Unchained. It starred rap duo Kid and Play as, well, Kid and Play, high schoolers throwing a dope house party at the latter's house while his parents are away. Kid spends the bulk of the film trying to avoid getting his ass kicked by a trio of bullies, played by muscled R&B group Full Force, ducking his father who wants to ground him, getting harassed by a pair of racist cops, and choosing between two girls he likes, the tomboyish Sydney, played by Tisha Campbell, or the fly Shireen, played by A.J. Johnson. Did I mention that Play is also digging on both girls, and that they all happen to be best friends? It's complicated. Thanks for watching Revisited. If you enjoy our shows, please like this video and click on the bell to receive notifications for all of our new stuff. Now, back to the show. Kid and Play were a popular rap act back in the day, known for slamming dance moves and Kid's infamous high top fade. They actually met when part of rival high school rap groups, before leaving them to team up as the Fresh Force Crew. They released a couple of tracks in '86, before officially becoming Kid and Play in '87. Before they became famous, they actually worked at the same Sears department store as fellow rap icons Salt and Peppa and comedian and future co-star Martin Lawrence. While Kid and Play's rap careers got off to a hot start, they weren't actors, so they were surrounded by a supporting cast of fellow rappers and rising stars. A couple of years before they would enjoy wedded bliss on Martin, Tisha Campbell and Martin Lawrence met on the set of House Party for the first time. Lawrence played Bilal, Kid and Play's best pal and DJ whose awful dragon breath is a running gag for a couple of films.
Ladies, B-Love's in the house.
Ew, dragon breath.
Who you talking to?
Also on the cast was the late great comedian Robin Harris, who played Kid's overly protective father, Pop. Funk legend George Clinton has a memorable scene as a party DJ, while another comic legend, John Witherspoon, shows up as a nosy neighbor. Look around at the literal dozens of extras crammed into the party scenes, and you'll notice other familiar faces, like rapper and Galaxy Quest star Daryl Chill Mitchell and Anthony Johnson, who would co-star with Witherspoon in Friday years later.
What's wrong with you, man? Don't like dynamite. Way down in the jungle deep. Badass lion stepped on the signifier amongst your feet.
You want to cut that junk off and get rid of that cigarette? You got a fight out there.
Man, this is Dolomite, my inspiration tape, okay?
Oh, he's back.
House Party is, without question, my all-time favorite party movie. While the premise is familiar, at this point it had never been done before with black actors in this way. Unlike so many other black movies at the time, House Party was set in a typical suburban community. This could have been anywhere. There's a reason why people of all stripes love House Party. It's the one movie all of my friends love, and we can always watch it. Hudlin fills a script with fast-paced dialogue, infused with youthful lingo and rap braggadocio.
I tell you what, I'll run this stuff over to my crib and be right back for you.
Be right back.
Is that it or what?
kiss my ass. You wanna take my equipment and leave me? No!
That's right here.
Hey, look at that, man. Bunch of punk motherfuckers, man.
Hey, Zilla, you smell something, man?
Definitely smell it.
I smell pussies.
Yo, man, forget this,
Look,
man.
get him when he's... So,
Well, I guess we would smell like pussies to a bunch of dicks!
shit.
Kid and Play might be friends, but they jab and spar with one another on the regular, a prelude to when they have their inevitable rap battle later in the movie. From the brightly colored outfits, the Gumby haircuts, and soundtrack that contained everyone including Force MDs, Public Enemy, Lisa, and, of course, Kid and Play, House Party was like the opening act to the 1990s. It set a standard for party movies and teen movies for the decade and for all time, with Hudlin deftly handling a wealth of teenage issues in a confined setting. No other movie has done it better, and all that came after have taken something from House Party. But one thing none of them can emulate is that chemistry among the cast. Kid and Play, Campbell, Lawrence, and Johnson, they were all friends on set, and it shines through, most noticeably in the epic dance-off in the middle of the film, where the rappers would show off their legendary kick step, a modernized riff on a Charleston of the 1920s. But the ladies are more than their match, flashing a bevy of slick moves choreographed by Johnson herself. What makes this dance battle so great, besides the perfect choice of full forces, ain't my type of hype, is how the relationships are explored during it. The beginnings of Sydney and Kid's feelings for one another begin here, while Play's flirtations are everywhere in every move. Pure brilliance. Every time I watch that dance-off, it makes me wonder how they ever thought Will Smith and Jeff Towns, that's right, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, could ever have been the right choice.
Hey, Uncle Phil, man, I don't think you want to leave me here all weekend, with no adult supervision. Did you see that movie House Party?
No. Did you see The Terminator?
Issues of racism, police brutality, housing, and more are weaved into House Party's humor, but anyone paying attention will find they still resonate. Hudlin pokes fun at the dopey white cops.
Hey, Eraserhead. Where are you going?
Why do you want to know?
Hey! We'll ask the questions, you answer them.
Yes, sir.
You want to check them for ID? We're out of donuts. What?
While acknowledging that they're still deadly and dangerous to black people, even in this apparently safe suburban community.
And I ain't going to jail.
Freeze!
This topic of police violence would be seen numerous times, to more dramatic but equally impactful effect in other movies throughout the decade. The character of Shireen is interesting as well, for being the only one that we see who lives in a housing project. But she isn't portrayed as different or lesser than the others, except for the overwhelming lack of privacy. Hudlin knew a good thing when he had it, and made the most of everyone in the cast. That includes the late Robin Harris, who goes off on an epically hilarious rant, ripping the kids at the party.
I'm a Muslim.
Well, go home and bring me back 2 bean pies and a pork chop sandwich. Little trout mouth heathen.
And heaven forbid you have a Jerry curl anywhere in his vicinity.
You know something, with that Jerry curl you got on your head, you better not ever do a crime. Police never had no problem finding you. Follow the drip, follow the drip.
Hey! Shut up all that damn noise. This ain't Soul Train. Where's Don Cornelius with this stiff neck? Hey, you shut up all that damn noise. I paid $15,000 for this house. Who else is over there? Public Enemy? What's his name? Public Enemy?
Harris would die just days after the movie's release. His most popular comic bit, Bebe's Kids, would become an animated feature written and produced by Hudlin a couple of years later. From top to bottom, House Party is alive with youthful energy and hip-hop culture, presenting black lives in a universal way that had never been done before and hasn't been matched since. It is the ultimate party film and leaves as much of an impact today as 30 years ago. 30 years. House Party would be a huge hit when it opened in March 1990, earning $26 million despite only appearing in 700 theaters. Kid and Play would star in a pair of quick sequels, including one that introduced the Pajama Jammy Jam, go look it up, into the lexicon. In 1992, the duo would also star in another teen comedy, Class Act, that rode on the House Party momentum. While there were 3 House Party films with Kid and Play, 5 were actually made. The final 2 went straight to DVD, with House Party 4 down to the last minute, featuring none of the original cast. The 5th movie, 2012's House Party Tonight's the Night, saw Kid and Play return in cameos. Fortunately, only one of the sequels featured the unwanted presence of young black teenagers rapper Ron Cameron Winge, who was, not black. In 2009, LeBron James starred in a State Farm ad where he did the Kid and Play kickstep. A decade later, he was announced as a producer on a new House Party movie starring Jacob Lattimore and Tosin Cole. While it isn't confirmed that Kid and Play will appear, how could they not? Kid and Play became so popular after House Party that they even had their own NBC Saturday morning cartoon. It lasted for 1 season, ending in 1991. They would disband and reunite a couple of times, but even when apart, Kid and Play were always seen as a pair. They're together again now and will be part of the Insane Clown Posse's upcoming Juggalos tour, if you can believe it. But no matter what, Kid and Play will always be remembered for House Party and its lasting cultural impact and the millions who are still trying to master that kickstep. Thank you for watching our show. If you like what you see, please subscribe to our channel, tell your friends who like this sort of content, and turn on the bell to receive notifications for all of our latest videos. We're an independent company and we appreciate all of your support.